Hello nerders. If you're like me, you probably don't get too worked up over new patch notes or gun stats coming out or any of that kind of stuff. I mean, it's going to happen regardless. So for me, I'd rather just wait until it comes out and then make my opinion of it in-game, testing out and trying out like that kind of stuff. But YouTube's changed me a little bit. You know, I consider all of you my friends. And if you have friends of yours coming and asking you to do something repeatedly, eventually you're going to be sort of inclined to abide or do whatever they're asking of you. And recently, a lot of you have been sending me messages or leaving comments asking me to talk a little bit more about opinions about new patches or get into some gun stats or some things like that. So, for all of you, I'm going to start with the patch and we're going to do a little bit of talk on that. For any of you that really care about this kind of stuff, I'm sure you've already read the entire huge post on the official Battlelog page. And if you haven't by any chance, I'll make sure I link that in the description for you to check out. But maybe some of you are like me, or maybe some of you really didn't want to read the whole list. Well, I have an offer just for you. What I'm going to do is just really pick out some of the more game-changing ones, or the ones I'm excited about, or some of the more important ones, give my little take on them, and just sort of highlight the patches here, so you don't have to go to the whole list. And you know, if you decide you end up wanting more, the links are always there for you to go check out. So let's start with the very first one on their list, and that is take less falling damage on short falls, or take no falling damage on short falls. Oh my gosh, does that mean I can now walk over little twigs or on top of a little pebble or some rubble or down 2 steps and not take 70% damage? You know, I'm sort of skeptical how well this will really work, but it'll probably be a little better, and better is better, right? So I'll take whatever we can get. You got to remember, the Battlelog thread is not really specific with all these things. They haven't given us any numbers or any percentages to justify exactly what's going on. But we'll test it out in game, and as long as they acknowledge that that is an issue, I'm happy to see it worked on. And it sure would be great to be able to move around the map and not always take damage just when you're running around. Another exciting one is you're now going to be able to get up from prone faster. You know, I don't go prone too often, but even if you don't often, you know sometimes you lay down, someone lobs a grenade at you, and you get up to run away, but it just takes too long to get up. Well, they're acknowledging that, and they're saying you're going to be able to get up quicker and hopefully get out of those kind of sticky situations. So that'll also sort of speed up the game, make it a little more fluid. Oh, and in the game, man, I thought I was safe there. I was trying to heal up my health, so I'm just aiming at that staircase, knowing I'm protected, and these guys ended up getting a noob tube on me and killing me. But take note of where they are. It's going to come up later in the game, up on that roof. Alright, back to the patch things. Next thing we're going to be talking about is they're going to be changing suppression and cover. They're sort of saying they're going to make them more effective, and you know, again, we can't really be sure what this is going to be, but you know, I've already done one test for this. It wasn't a very thorough test. You know, we only sort of examined what was on the screen, not how much it affected accuracy and things like that. But rest assured, when the patch comes out, we don't know when yet, we'll be testing suppression and cover again, and we'll really figure out how much are they doing now. And next, we're going to be talking about parachutes, which should now respond to turn and throttle inputs more quickly. And I know you've had to have had this happen to you. You know, you're playing with randoms, one has a spawn beacon, you don't really know where it is, and you just randomly pick it, and then you get parachuted in out of bounds. You can't turn, you can't get out, so you land out of bounds, and then you know when you're out of bounds, all the walls or fences are indestructible, so you're stuck out of bounds and just get a free death. You know, that's definitely happened to me, and hopefully with this, parachutes will actually be sort of tactically used now. You know, you can jump out, use a parachute, and you can control where you're going and hopefully position in ideal locations, not really just being at the mercy of wherever the beacon is or wherever you jumped off of a roof or whatever. So I think that's exciting again, and all of these things seem to be working to sort of pick up the pace of the game, give you a little bit more control, and make the game a little more fluid. Speaking of fluid, another thing they're working on is an issue when you're trying to vault over objects, especially thin railings. And if you've seen any of my live commentaries, did you just see that claymore? Sorry, in the game. I don't know why I didn't get any damage for it. It blew up, and I don't know. Anyway, if you've seen any of my live commentaries, I know you've seen me sometimes run up to a thin railing, especially, and get stuck. I just keep clicking and keep clicking. I know I complain about it in live comments. I'm always like, what is going on? Because it happens to me all the time. So this, again, fixing that, pick up the pace of the game. And I love that, you know, getting it moving a little bit more, especially if you see in this game, I'm having to fast forward the whole time. You know, the new B2K maps for the team deathmatch mode are already pretty large, so they don't go that quick. You know, these few little things, just picking up a few minutes would be great. And here's another thing that's sort of exciting for YouTubers. the knife is now only going to take 2 swipes to get a kill. And you're like, well, how does that affect you two? Well, hopefully now we'll be seeing a lot more knife-only matches. And not just from me, of course, I'm more than willing to try it, but from other better players. If you've watched Don't Blink, he's already done a few team deathmatches only using smoke, only using knife. Giving it 2 swipes only for a kill means hopefully they'll be doing even better. Plus, on top of that, the time it takes in between swipes with the knife is now going to be shorter, meaning you can get more knives out quicker. It says slightly shortened, so I don't know how much faster, but faster is faster, and I really think they'll make the knife a little bit more effective. You know, I have 100 hours, and I have less than 100 knives, just because it takes too long and it's more efficient just to shoot people. So I'm excited to see the knife become a little better. And then on the list, there are so many vehicle patches coming out, or vehicle fixes. If you know, I really don't use vehicles much. I have no clue what a tow missile is. I don't know which vehicles hover. I don't know anything about this. I do plan hopefully in the future to get a little bit more involved in vehicles, and hopefully you guys will be able to teach me this stuff as I post videos, sort of like becoming a better recon. So thanks in advance for all that help you're going to give me with vehicles. And another quick one, AS Val is now going to get extended mags. You know, I really enjoyed the AS Val. I'd love to have some more bullets in that gun. I think that'll definitely make it a little more fun to use. And then, oh my gosh, there are so many changes going on with guns. They're making them more balanced. They're tweaking them. Shotguns are really adjusted. They're reducing, increasing recoil, all this stuff. It's too much for me to even want to read it. So since I didn't read it, I obviously can't really talk about it. If you are really curious, you can go look. I feel like it's better when the guns come out, when they're released. Try them all out. Try them with the different attachments, the foregrip, the bipod, all that stuff's getting changed. Try it out and make up your own decision. Don't just really look at stats to figure it out. Just have your opinion made from using it in-game and seeing how it works for you. And this next one, I give myself credit for coming up with it. The MAV is now going to be destroyed when you kill someone with it. I think that's great. You know, the MAV can really be annoying. So it's going to get destroyed when you use a kill. It gets destroyed when you run into anything really quick. And also, of course, because it's been way too long, it's no longer going to be used as an elevator. I think the MAV is a great tool for your squad, and I think it's a lot more fair having it balanced like this. Speaking of equipment, how many times have you tried to destroy enemy equipment and you unload a whole clip and it doesn't get destroyed? Well, they say now it's going to be able to get destroyed with the knife. They don't specify, but hopefully there will only be one swipe with the knife. I hope you don't have to sit there and just keep knifing the equipment to try to destroy it. That'll definitely be nice and really more fair. And also on the equipment side, claymores can now actually damage vehicles and will even be able to kill passengers in jeeps that run over it and stuff. So, you know, they're sort of going to work like mines in a small way, protecting you. And I think just using them for motion sensors and alerting you when someone is there will definitely be nice. And the next thing, I actually really wouldn't expect from DICE. They just didn't seem to be these kind of people. Oh, can you just look on the screen? Those guys are still up there. This was a 15-minute game for us, and we got in 10 minutes late. And these guys just sat up on the rooftop the entire time. Anyway, the last one I was talking about. Mortars are now going to only be deployable in areas where both teams can get. That means they can't be camping in their spawn out of line of sight. So you'll always be able to take them down. And that really makes it fair because, oh my gosh, mortars can really get annoying sometimes. You know, I think I've only used it enough because one of the B2K assignments had it. So I don't use it much, but I know sometimes it can be a pain in the butt. Oh, and I said that was the last thing, but one more thing. They do finish up their post saying that they're going to improve spawns in team deathmatch and squad deathmatch. That's another one. Let's wait and see what happens. I mean, I would love spawns to get better. They're not easy to work with already, so I don't know how great it's going to be. Again, better is better, so we can only hope it's going to work out well. And then right here, let's just finish off the game. Someone said they got the 49th kill. I just got the 49th kill there. But now, me and my friends really like to get last kill. So I sort of get anxious. I'm like, oh my god, I can get the last kill. And I'm just spraying and not paying attention to my surrounding. I get taken down. But luckily, someone's there to finish it off and we win the game. You'll see right here on the end scoreboard. It's coming. 15-2. Oh, 3. Damn. Almost a 7.5 KD. But who cares? It was fun. And you all can expect some more gun stats and some more involved stuff. Not just sort of reading off a list. Coming very soon. So happy gaming, everyone.